have a sneaking suspicion that this show's going to get good. Accidentally. Oh.
Sorry.
Get rid of her. Welcome
to episode 10. Anniversary. It's our anniversary. Episode 10 of November Project, the show. With your host. I don't know what my name is these days.
NP the show. I'm Boyan's co-host, Laura.
No, BG.
Is that how? Okay, all right. That is way too broski. I know. Look, I know who I am, but I'm not. Okay, I guess the people will decide. Put in your comments if you thought that was an accurate representation of
Are we going to pretend that this didn't happen?
Well, so as a lot of people know, November Project, the show, has moved into having musical intros and outros, and that was our first guest. They'll get no name, and they'll get no credit for where they're located. But if you DM us in the weeks to come, we'll tell you. It's not about them, but it's about creating a fun vibe to start and close the show. Because I think a lot of our dedicated Schwabi type viewers are looking for more like signs that we're moving through this. So today we have an exciting guest, which will introduce him because he's a big deal, and then we'll have a musical outro to send all these viewers out into the different parts of their houses in the world.
Fantastic.
But just check in with everybody. How are we doing? Boyan, it looks like you're still good, alive.
Still good. And actually, I know we said we're not going to do 5-star review because we're not going to do 5-star review, but I'm going to jump in with the 5-star review. And this is going to be very, very brownie points leaning towards. I would like to give a 5-star review to my wife. We're celebrating 11 years, 11, that's 10 plus 1 years of marriage today.
Wow.
And she's allowing me on our anniversary to hang out with you two and whoever else is about to join us.
Right.
That feels right. I'm pretty sure that on all of our big days of marriage, we're hanging out together.
Totally.
Exactly.
It's a bad pattern.
So basically what I would like to do is we should all kind of like cut our palms and just kind of put it on a camera. This is going to be a blood, what are those called? Blood.
Like a Blood Brothers thing.
Yeah. To basically commit to each other that all our anniversaries we'll be spending with each other on a Zoom call.
Yeah. I like that.
Terrible idea. Let's not do that.
But in a little bit of like a hook to get one more viewer, tell us something that you love about it. To give us like a sweet story, something you met her, she had dark hair. Just give us something so that because we need more viewers, even one at a time. So give.
Our mutual friend was trying actually to hook up her with my roommate, so that worked out great.
Right.
He actually got pretty drunk, and so she ended up talking to me. So he.
Okay.
So it's not about me. It's not about her. It's about November Project, the show. But also, guys, 11 years. That means that we're really old, or at least I can look beard.
Yeah. Well, and time flies because we have 10 episodes. You know?
That's right. So, 10 episodes.
Yeah.
You remember how silly we were in episode 1? All the things that we learned.
We've come a long way. I'm just shocked Laura keeps showing up to these.
I mean, occasionally. I show up occasionally.
Yeah.
BG, why don't you tell us a little bit more about our guest?
I'm psyched. Yeah, and this one won't be as like mysterious as the music to come in episodes to come. I found out about this guy because my mother-in-law, who lives in a part of Florida, sent me a link from a CNN like video article with a video link. And there's this guy who lives in Toulouse, France, who ran a 26.2 marathon on his, from the looks of it, and you guys know me in my reading skills, I did a lot of skimming. So I think the balcony was like 10 to 12 feet long. And he just did laps back and forth, kind of like a caged animal. And I thought it was insane. And it actually reminded me of something that like someone from a November Project would do. He lives in Toulouse, France. There's a November Project there. He's not necessarily in that posse, but I just thought that the spirit was really great. And then as of yesterday, we launched the best of Sunrise 6K that's happening next Wednesday, which is all about creativity and different ways of running. So if you are in one of these bigger cities where you're really locked into your building or your living room or you shouldn't leave, we want to see creative ways of getting in 6K and telling that story. So we're calling this the best of Sunrise 6K. We're calling it it's a story writing contest with a side of running. And so when this started kind of all lining up, I reached out through Instagram, and I've been on FaceTime with him. His name is Elisha, and he kind of looks like a combination of Boyan and I. And the more I kind of asked about his running, and I held off a lot of questions because I want to do this in the interview. He's also with Brooks. He's a Brooks Run Happy ambassador, which is so cool.
Yeah.
So you start looking at his Instagram, and we'll link that or something, Boyan. I don't know how.
Sure.
And he's got all the same jackets. He's got the jacket you're wearing. He's a Brooks guy. It's so awesome. So he's going to be on the show. I just basically want people to follow him and just maybe look at his stuff and get inspired for next week. That's all. That's it.
Quick question, since you mentioned Sunrise 6K, are you guys going to race? Are you going for the story? What are you going to do? Laura Green?
I'm going to race.
Okay. Neck first. How's the neck, Laura?
Working it out.
Yeah.
You know, I've actually been scouting courses because it's very hilly around here, and I'm trying to find something flat. Or I was really trying to find a downhill course.
Right.
And?
Doesn't exist. So I think I'm going to try and find maybe like a half-mile loop that's flat, because that's probably the longest I can get without going up a hill.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like for those who can't really get out that far, I kind of want to do one of these crazy, like real tight, insane ones where you just cover like a basketball court or something. I don't want to give it any away, but I've been talking to Chris Capozzi out of Boston, who was the designer of all that information kind of pictures that came out promoting the best of Sunrise 6K. And he and I are talking about incorporating different kinds of sports equipment, and that's I'll leave it at that.
Oh, so you're not gonna go for the time. You're going for.
No, this is gonna be like a very expressive kind of artistic thing. But I did wonder, because I think Laura's the most Strava savvy, and then somewhere Boyan and I are tied for the 4th place in this group. But can you run for a K and stop your watch, and then run for another K somewhere else?
I mean, you can, and you can enter that, but I'm pretty sure in the challenge it will tell you how long moving time, or not moving time, just total time. So like if someone does that, it will expose them. So say you go out and you are running because you stopped and stop. So you're only running for like 22 minutes, but you stopped and started it so many times, it actually was like 26 minutes. The 26 minutes will show up.
But I'm trying to look for the contest, because I was pretty psyched when I saw some West LA maps, and I've never been big on like the Strava art where you go run a map. I've never done that, but they put up something that was pretty cool. NPO put it out, but I was thinking about doing something like that, like polka dots all over the city, or like
West LA is doing Chaka, right?
Well, they did it. They did like a person, like a full body of a person going like this. Right. When he comes on, when our guest comes on, let's all clap, and then I'll introduce you like as if we're really meeting him. Okay. He's clicking in. Perfect. Let's do this. Like this, Boyan, this would be a part you could cut. You could trim this part out.
Yeah, I'll pass on the file over to you so you can.
I'm into it.
All right. Don't know that we can hear him though.
We can scrap this whole show, except the music has been so good.
Oh, there we go. Best day ever.
Oh my gosh. It's
There
happening.
we go.
Oh my
I
God.
don't know.
It's so good to see you. So let me do some introductions. Elisha, this is Laura, and she is in Massachusetts in the Cape. We call it the Cape. And this is Boy in Mandrake, and he's in Vermont in his house. This is Elisha. He runs all the time, and we're really happy you're here. How are you today, man?
Nice to meet you, Laura and Goya. Nice to meet you.
Welcome.
So we've kind of given you a longer introduction already, and like I told you, we're recording. So just take us back to the marathon on the balcony, man. What gave you that idea? This was now a few weeks ago. So just kind of start back there, and then I'll interrupt you and we'll throw some questions your way. Go. How did you get the idea? How did this whole thing start?
Well, I was training for the marathon of Barcelona. It was on the 15th of March, but it was cancelled by the COVID-19. So I cannot go to Barcelona. My weekend was a flop. So at home, I decided with my girlfriend to run on the balcony. She said, clean up the balcony before and do what you want to do after, doesn't matter. So I start my train on the balcony, but it wasn't for 42 kilometers. It was only for fun. And I received so many messages because my nickname is Marathon Man. So I make 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, and I have 21. I said, hey, I am Marathon Man or not? So let's go for 42 fucking kilometers. And I did it.
That's amazing. And so
you basically went for a run and decided to run a marathon, is what I'm hearing.
Of course, because my balcony is very tiny. It's only 7 meters longer. So when I did one back and off, I said, oh my gosh, I will never finish for 42. It's unbelievable. My watch was with a low battery, so I must to stop to charge my watch, to eat something. It was very spontaneous. And when I received many messages from nurseries also, because the message was stay at home, please. I said, okay, I can show to everybody that it's possible to make sport at home. So let's go for 42.
So my immediate question is, and BG, apologies for jumping in. How are your knees? Are you hurting? Are you injured? Like, what's going on with your body?
Well, my body, last year I ran 10 marathons in 1 year. I make 7 marathons in 2 months. It's a challenge for my mindset, for sure. But you must to know that I am an ex-smoker, and running is my therapy. Every time I cross a finish line, I just push up my devil inside. It's like a victory day after day. My knees are, I touch my head, are very great to me because I'm heavy, I'm already 100 kilos, so it's fat for marathon, but it's in my head. Running, it's 19% mindset and 10% physical. So.
And have you been doing the same loop, just kind of like same pattern, or have you been switching it up a little bit just to?
It was the same. I just enter in the same way, like an Ironman, just turn around and go. It was and I have the same muscle tired the day after, but it's a luxury now because all the races are cancelled. So, to have just some muscles who tied in the day after, it's wow.
So, are you listening to music or anything like that?
Yes, I have music. My girlfriend was at home also, so she gave me something to drink, to eat when I need something. It was the perfect race, and I love Hans Zimmer. You know Hans Zimmer?
Yeah.
Producer of music like The Rock, Caribbean Pirates. So this music just give me some energy, some stronger, and wow, just me, myself, and I. And
it's awesome. I mean, the bathroom is never far. It's like that's one luxury of it.
I was worried about it.
No porta potty lines. Yeah.
And then And then, so this is like,
I can show you.
Go ahead. Yeah, show us the balcony. Show us the balcony, man.
Of course. Was that?
That's it.
That's it.
That's the balcony.
I must clean up already now.
How long did it take you?
To clean up?
Oh no!
Oh, to run.
To run a marathon on your balcony.
At the same time, 6 hours and 48 minutes.
Wow.
Oh.
So just a little bit of a segue, and I told you this when we spoke yesterday. The interesting thing about this is not necessarily that it was 6 hours or under 7 or under 5. The time is not a great story. The great story is this fun-loving, great energy on a balcony doing the distance. And so, do you have any other really great running stories? I mean, the conference that we're hosting next Wednesday is all about the story, and you have this incredible story. But I think when we spoke, you said you just did another one a day ago or something?
Yes. You must to know that when I finished my first marathon on the 17th of March, I received so many messages from people from all around the world, from runners which are close at home. But I also received some haters, you know. People said me, man, you are a fake man. It's not real. So I wanted also to show them who I am. And the week after, I make 50 kilometers on my balcony. And I decided every week to make one marathon by week. But now I help charities to raise money for people, for family people who are needed for the COVID-19. So every week I choose a charities help, and I help to raise money for them. So yes, yesterday I ran my 6th marathon, still the beginning of the COVID-19.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
So what are you raising? What are you fundraising for now? Or is there a charity that you're fundraising that you wanna share with us?
It's last week it was for the Chile. It was Michelob Ultra. It was a fundraising for help the people in Chile. Yesterday it was for Abbé Pierre, Fondation Abbé Pierre. You know, it's a foundation in France who helps people in necessary, not only the staff medical, because actually the situation is difficult for everyone, but people who are living without medicines at home, now it's very difficult for them to have something to eat. So we saw a lot of people giving for hospital and medical staff, which is great for sure, but people who need really, we must to think about them also. So it was, you know, Einstein said, if you cannot give something with money, give with your person. And this is what I want to do now. It just give for my person. It's the only thing I can do because I cannot help in the hospital. So it's my good action for me.
Amazing. Well, your story is inspiring. It's funny. It's hardcore. It's like this inside outside, like urban thing. I mean, obviously we were laughing before you came on. I'm just trying to be friends with you. I think you've got a good energy. And this Wednesday, and I sent you the link, I hope that we see your entry from your balcony or maybe your living room or maybe your bathroom. You could do the whole 6K from your bathroom, and that you join us. We're really psyched to meet another Brooks ambassador, and thank you so much for coming on the show. We'll link your charity in this post, and you're awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to everyone. Keep sharing good vibes. Greeting from France to everyone, and keep your smile, keep your good energy also, because it's a real pleasure for me.
Thanks, man. You're the best. Thank you. Have a good day. Good to meet you.
Give me some, please. I have anything. I lost my dad.
There you go.
Amazing.
All right. I believe we have our musical guest.
It's for the long way round. 2 bottles of whiskey for the way. Show the lights on sweet company. Leaving tomorrow and say, I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You miss me everywhere. You're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are heading into a new unknown direction, and it feels real good.